Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Everybody's working for the weekend. Taking care of business every day. Now it's wow, 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 wow. Welcome to the working week.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
Minimum wage. Yeah!
Welcome to another edition of the Working Lunch here on WCUW 91.3 FM, as well as the Worcester Government Channel. Want to say hello, or actually I guess goodbye to Rosa and Loretta from Wednesday Morning Jukebox that precede us here on the radio station. They did a great job with their show. Very nice people. I guess you'd say they're the Ginchiest. They taught me that word, Ginchi.
Yeah, they are Ginchi.
Ginchi, I guess, yeah. They also helped clean the studio, they said, sterilize things down with some Lysol, whatever. So it's good to know.
Is that what the headphones went?
It's good to know that we're coming into a clean studio. Yeah, I'm feeling a little naked today without the headphones.
Yeah.
And pants. I've got no pants.
It doesn't look like you're on the radio. It just kind of looks like you're sitting here.
Yeah, well, that's how it works.
Next investment, right?
That's yeah. So welcome to another edition. I am Jeff Turgeon, the Executive Director over at the Central Mass Workforce Investment Board, and with me co-hosting.
Yeah, I'm Sean McGauley, also with the CMWIB. I do communications there. And I also just wanted to just draw the viewers' attention to our new banners that we had made up by Alpha Graphics. So.
You want to thank them for their great service that they did putting those together. They did a great job with that, grommets and all. Yeah, great color. Sean helped design the logo, so excited about that. But again, welcome to another edition. Just for those, we always kind of start the show with a brief introduction about our work at the Workforce Investment Board. We do oversee the public workforce system.
Yeah, what's going on?
Exactly, here in central Massachusetts. That's Worcester and 38 total communities here in central Massachusetts, including the work over at Workforce Central, one of America's job centers, helping connect employers with job seekers. So lots going on in the region. It's been a very busy time for us, notwithstanding all the different things happening politically. It's budget season and things happening on the federal level, on the state level. There's also just a lot of activities going on, a lot of special projects happening that we're real excited about at the Workforce Investment Board and at the Career Center. So do you want to start the show also by reminding folks they can email us? I know we've got later in the show a segment. We pull at... we comb through and pull a relevant question that comes in via email. I know that's kind of tough we do get a bunch of emails that you have to sift through, but we do try to highlight at least one or two emails that come in. And so that address for folks that might want to email us questions of a workforce-related nature would be workinglunch@wcuw.org.
Yep.
So again, working lunch, spelled out, nothing in between or anything. workinglunch@wcuw.org, and I'm looking at our camera person Jessica from the government channel. Probably have that chironed in,
right
I
here,
guess. Yeah,
right in this area,
right there. So we do appreciate getting emails from folks. But just to talk too, I mean, some of the things that are coming up.
Yeah.
We have a huge job fair that the team at Workforce Center is putting together. I know John McCarthy, Jensen Cortez, and the staff at Workforce Central, Amy Mosier, and others, really working hard at putting together that fair.
Yeah.
Have over 70,
that's great.
75 companies registered already. That's going to be March 15th. That's a Friday at the DCU Center, and it's sponsored in part with the DCU and Center and the Worcester Sharks.
Yep.
And there's, I believe it's buy one, get one free tickets for the Sharks game after the career fair. That runs in the afternoon. The career fair is from 1 to 5.
Yeah, and I think Avery Bradley is also going to be at the Sharks game signing autographs. So
From the Boston Celtics.
From the Boston Celtics.
Exactly. He has not... he won't be skating for the Sharks. I
don't know.
He's not suiting up for the Sharks, but it's great to see that that event too. So it should be a great day. We also have later in the month on March 26th, in partnership with the folks at Worcester State University, a college student and high school senior career fair, career community engagement fair. So it's really helping connect young people with jobs, summer jobs, part-time jobs, internships,
volunteerships.
So really getting them involved in the community, both for this summer and beyond, really, when you think about it. So lots happening there.
And how many players do we have signed on for that?
Geez, I know that we have
Like in
space for
30s,
about 35, and I think we're getting close. So and of course, if anyone's listening to this and they want to be involved, they can contact us at the Workforce Investment Board. We are online, www.cmwib.org.
Right.
O-R-G. So, we got a great show today. We've got some special guests coming on to talk about some different things.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I think we're actually going to turn now to our first discussion about the DCU job fair and about some other things that are happening. Their business service reps at Workforce Central, John McCarthy and Sandra Rosario. So why don't we go ahead, Bob? Are we ready to, our producer Bob Zukowski? Bob, are we ready to roll that interview?
We are ready to go with Sandra Rosario
Yep.
and John McCarthy.
Hi, we're here with Sandra Rosario and John McCarthy, business service representatives at Workforce Central in the Worcester office. Workforce Central, three locations here in Central Massachusetts, Worcester, Southbridge, and Milford. So thank you for being on the Working Lunch.
Thank you.
Great to be here, Jeff.
And as business service representatives, you offer a number of services to employers in our region. One of those services or programs is called Rapid Response. And Sandra, you do a bit of work with that. Can you tell us a little bit about the program?
Okay, I've been working with Rapid Response, and Rapid Response is a federally mandated pre-layoff service designed for companies and employees experiencing a layoff or a closing.
Okay. So, and they can also help with companies that to avoid even having to do layoffs potentially when they go in, when you or others would go in to talk to a business. When you go in, what's some of the things that, like what's a program that might help them avoid having to layoffs in the
Well,
first place?
there's work sharing.
Okay, can you tell me about that?
Work sharing is when the company will lower their hours so that nobody gets laid off.
Okay.
So
And-
somebody that's working 40 hours can be cut down to 20 hours, and that way nobody gets laid off. Everybody starts working the same amount of hours.
And the program, actually, WorkShare program, would kick in the difference for that employee, or kick in an amount of funding to kind of make up for some of the drop in pay they'd receive from their company.
Correct.
And the thinking on that, and it's actually very cost effective for the state, because instead of paying an entire unemployment insurance claim, they're actually just paying a small portion of what they would have paid for someone if they'd gotten laid off.
Correct.
So if you can do that company-wide, then that actually helps stave off having to do layoffs, which of course really helps people in the long run maintain where they're at in the workplace. So that's a really neat thing. And then if unfortunately a company does have to go forward with layoffs, there's some services that Rapid Response would provide to them and to the employees.
Yes, when a company is actually closing or there's going to be a layoff, a sizable amount, normally it's 50 or more, but we will come in to any company that has a layoff. And what we do is we go in there and we prepare the employees so that they'll be ready and get off and running once they do get laid off. We will go in there and provide resume services for them. We would give them workshops. We would give them workshops on interviewing, resume writing.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do we do the workshops on resume writing, but Rapid Response will type and word their resumes for them so that they can have a base so when they are unemployed.
And I know one of the neat features that you've been a part of, different projects, is that actually helping to try to reconnect people with employment, even as they're, in some instances, before they're technically laid off from that company. So if, for instance, one manufacturer is laying off someone and we know of another manufacturer that might be hiring with similar skill sets, to actually make that connection for that employee. So,
Correct.
Again, saving the money, saving state resources that would be used to pay out unemployment
Exactly.
insurance, and for that employee, how great is that instead of facing a layoff and downtime and maybe missing some bills or missing some payments with mortgage or whatever, they're able to step right into another position.
Correct. And not only that, but that we, talking about a little bit more about that and elaborating on it, we have gone into companies that are experiencing a layoff, and we do job fairs right on the company site. So we network with companies that have similar similar jobs that they can transfer their skills from one job into another.
Isn't that great?
And the companies are very receptive. Once I'll go out and start job matching, and the company allows us to have a job fair, the companies that we're reaching out to are very receptive and want these people, because these are working people. These people have not been laid off.
Sure.
And they go from one job right into the next job.
So they've for the hiring company, they get to hire people that have shown work experience in that industry, and then for the company that's unfortunately laying off people, that's not a pleasant thing for them. So they get to at least help make that connection for their staff. That it's been my experience that they feel, they're actually feeling bad about having to end that relationship when they're laying off people. So this is kind of a win for everybody, if you will. Now, John, again, just to remind folks, we're here with Sandra Rosario, John McCarthy, Business Service Representatives at Workforce Central here in Worcester. So, John, can you tell us a little bit about some of the other benefits that the Workforce Central can provide to employees?
Absolutely,
employers?
Jeff. When I first meet with companies, I like to do a kind of a needs assessment, see how we can keep local Worcester businesses healthy and happy, help them with their staffing needs, help them with supportive services, whether it's services through the City Manager's Office of Economic Development or, state or federal program. One of my favorite programs that I like to talk about is the Workforce Training Fund. There are 3 basic grants that go along with the Workforce Training Fund. 2 of them are training grants for workers who are currently working for the company, and the third is called the Hiring Incentive Training Grant, which is an incentive to hire Massachusetts residents who have been unemployed for 6 months or longer, or if you're a veteran and you're currently unemployed, that 6-month waiting period is waived.
So companies can work with you as the business service representatives to not only find the talent that they might be looking for when filling vacancies, but they can also find other incentives that might be out there for the folks they're hiring, or in some cases for training for their current staff. So what a great opportunity for businesses. Now I know you've been very busy. I hear in February, in March, you have a job fair coming up in partnership with Worcester Sharks and the DCU Center. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. It's a very exciting event, probably the most fun event that we work on all year long. 3 years ago, we partnered with the Worcester Sharks hockey team to facilitate a job fair at the DCU Center, and they have been just fantastic corporate partners and corporate neighbors. They've helped us set up a job fair that last March hosted 78 local companies.
Wow.
And almost 2,000 job seekers.
And I think that's the largest in the state by a pretty substantial margin, from what I understand.
It was. It was the largest that any job center has done.
Well, kudos to you and your colleagues for pulling that together. So again, this year it's Friday, March 15th. At the DCU Center, and there's a deal that you get if you want to stay after the job fair to go to the game.
The job fair will be 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The Worcester Sharks are offering tickets, buy one get one free, to that night's game. Would be $11, basically for 2 tickets, and as an added incentive, Avery Bradley, a starting guard for the Boston Celtics, will be at that night's game signing autographs as well.
Will he be wearing skates, I guess, is the question. Probably no skates, right?
He'll probably be dropping the puck. But,
I was going to say, what was it our friends at the Worcester Sharks have been very innovative in some of their marketing. I think they had Gronkowski come and spike a puck. So maybe Bradley will slam dunk a puck or something, right? So
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
Well, thanks for getting. Is there any other? And I know I should mention too. You've been helping support a young adult job fair for summer jobs and beyond. with current students. Basically, it's geared towards college students. We're doing that in partnership with Worcester State University.
Sure.
And that's going to be happening later in the month in March. It's going to be March 26th in the afternoon. And that's a great opportunity, especially for those companies that hire a lot of seasonal staff or young staff throughout the school year, part-time staff. So it's a great opportunity for them to come out and meet local college students and high school seniors that will be there for that job fair. So any other thoughts on business service? I know we keep you busy here, and thank God we have you as a resource for our local companies. What's the best way for a company to get in touch? I know you've got a great website. Is that one of the best ways for them, an employer, to contact you?
For me, any employer can call me on my direct line. My telephone number is 508-373-7618. And I will be more than happy to answer any questions that they might have regarding layoffs or to familiarize them with the Career Center. One of the last things that I would like to say is that you should use your Career Center, because we have great seasoned workers here that are always willing to take that extra step to help you reinvent yourself.
That's a great point, that the staff here really do go the extra mile with
Absolutely.
clients. And the website is Workforce Central MA, as in Massachusetts, workforcecentralma.org. So we encourage folks to go and check out that. A lot of great resources just on the website, a lot of great links and a lot of great information. Thank you. Did you have a closing, one final thought?
Would like to say, for any local Worcester business, please give me a call at 508-373-7604. I'd be more than happy to come out to your company or invite you to come to the Career Center. Large business, small business, I'd be more than happy to explain in greater detail the level of service that we have available for you. We facilitate job fairs on a regular basis for the general public, and a big part of what we do is facilitate the match between the skilled workers of Southern Worcester County and all the quality businesses that we have in our area.
Great. Well, again, I appreciate the strong work that you all do. Best of luck with the large job fair, the humongous job fair, if you will, coming up at the DCU Center March 15th, and with all the rest of all this.